This video is to set up reporting terms. I'll be referencing the handout. This handout you should have a paper copy of, and it is printed from a document that will be kept in the same location as these videos. We will be starting on page 3 of that document. So the first thing we do to set up our reporting terms is go to Grade Setup. Should get a screen that looks like this. You'll notice there are two buttons, one that says Calculations and one that says Grade Scales. We'll be working off of the calculations. So on your document you'll see the first is the hierarchy of it. The document has an S2. In this instance we'll be working with the T1 for trimester 1. And to edit it, we simply click on the little gray arrow next to the T1, and it brings up the screen below. What we want for trimester is term weights. P1 is for performance, and R1 is for practice. The only reason we have those is so that we can pull the grade onto the report card. So for the calculation of the term, we're going to put 0 for the overall. Now, according to the district grading policy, our work, which is that combination of 70-30 for practice and performance, makes up 90% of the grade. The semester exam makes up the remaining 10%. So by putting zeros next to these two, because they're just for reporting purposes, and then putting a 90 next to the work and a 10 next to the exam, that gives us our 90-10 split between work and the semester exam. In the bottom right, I click Save. Now I'm on page 3 of our document on that bottom screenshot where we look at modifying our P1. On the document it says P2. Any of the P terms are the same. Those are referencing performance. So if I click on the gray next to it, I'll change this to category weights. I click on category weights, and now down here I can say add category. I want this to just be for performance. I click OK, and the weight is 100. So what this allows us to do is say, give me the score of all of the assignments who are in the performance category. In order to pull any score into a report card, they have to be a reporting term. So this is the way that we can pull performance onto a report card. We go to the bottom right, and we click Save. Next, I'm on page 4 of our document at the top screenshot where we modify the R reporting term. When I click on the gray arrow next to it, I get this screen. I will also go to category weights, add a category. This one is for practice, okay, and it's also weighted at 100%. Now I will be able to pull my practice and my performance scores for that term by themselves, separate of what gets calculated into the overall work or term grade. The next setup is for the W reporting term. You'll see that at the bottom of page 4. We click on the arrow next to the W. We're going to make this category weights, add our categories, and for our work we're calculating the combination of practice and performance. Our performance is 70 and our practice is 30. When you have that in there, you click Save. The last setup to the reporting terms is on page 5 at the top, where we click the gray button next to our E reporting term. For E reporting terms, we actually leave this as total points. The exam simply counts as what the exam is. There's no category there. And because we set the T reporting term up to say give us 10% of E and 90% of W, that will calculate our overall term grade into our T1.